All right, I have some interesting news. So, I've been reflecting on my upcoming event, the inner game of writing a book, my live event that I'm going to do, my live online masterclass. And I'm also reflecting on why people don't finish things and follow through with things. Because I've coached people with writing books and with other things, and the majority of people don't follow through. I've also been a part of a company called Learn as the content manager, where we had hundreds of thousands of students take our courses on entrepreneurship, marketing, personal development, and less than 10% of people finish those courses. Not because the courses are bad, but because that's just what happens. So I've been really reflecting on this inner game of completion of projects and in relation to creativity as well. So I got inspired to do something. That idea was to write a book in a weekend at a hotel. That was the inspiration that came to me. And it accomplishes many things at once. But I'll tell you, I got that idea. I reached out to a hotel yesterday and they comped me a free room for this weekend to do it. So it just manifested like that. So that's what I'm doing this weekend. I'm going to write a whole book. At least the first draft. It's not going to be the finished product, but I'm going to write a whole book. And it just came together with this hotel being so on board, because when I reached out to them, the manager emailed me back and she was like, we're all book lovers here. We're going to be doing some promotions with the local bookstore and things like that. So it just worked out perfectly. And the book I'm going to write about is going to be about the inner game, not only of writing, but sharing your gifts in general, because this is such a big theme. And this is what I'm addressing with my masterclass that I'm doing at the end of the month, that I'm doing with my book writing coaching, things like that. It's addressing that inner game, addressing the self-sabotage. And I'm working through my own version of this, because for me, asking for things has always been difficult. So that's why just reaching out to a hotel and asking that of them, and them responding in such a positive way. They were so happy that I reached out to them and so glad to give me a free room to write my book for a weekend and do this challenge. So that's a big lesson, because part of my self-sabotaging patterns have traditionally been to try to do things myself, not ask for help, even be fearful asking for help. Some examples, there are times where I've been at a restaurant, with my wife, and they gave us the wrong thing, they forgot fries or something. And I wouldn't want to ask the server, hey, we didn't get the fries we ordered. Can you bring those? That would be so hard for me to do. I've gotten better at it over time, but that kind of stuff was always painfully difficult for me to do. Any kind of asking for things, asking for help in any way. So I'm working through my own self-sabotaging patterns on a new level by participating in this challenge, by reaching out to the hotel, and then I'm challenging myself to write a book in a weekend about the inner game of sharing your gifts. So I wanted to share this because I'm really excited about it. It's really cool how things are all just coming together. And that's what happens when you're bold and courageous, when you step outside of your patterns. Things start coming together for you. I really, really noticed that. And it's so cool to see people so receptive to my asks. And yeah, everything's an inner game. I just want to emphasize that Again, everything is an inner game. What prevents us from doing what we really want are the self-sabotaging patterns. And they are sneaky. A lot of them are subconscious. And they come up with the things that are the most important. If you want to write a book, that self-sabotage is going to be what's standing in the way. It's not access to information. It's like usually not even skill level either. It's the self-sabotage that stands in the way of you doing that. Writing a book. I've seen it with building businesses. I've seen it with being consistent with posting on social media. I've seen it with writing newsletters. I've seen it with people going through courses. You see it with other things like fitness, diet. How many people set New Year's resolutions and never stick to it? I saw a statistic that 9% of people stick to their New Year's resolutions. Why? It's not like people don't know how to get healthier or get fitter. It's pretty simple when it comes down to it. It's the self-sabotage. So, yeah, I'm addressing this on a deeper level. And as I'm doing so, I'm revealing not only patterns that I have, but so many patterns I've already worked through, which is interesting. Like I'm saying again, asking for help, just having the courage to put myself out there in that capacity. So a challenge for you related to that is put yourself out there. In what way do you need to put yourself out there to get you to your next level? It might be writing a book. I could help with that. Check out my masterclass for that. It might be things like asking for help. It might be like sharing art that you have. It might be trying to start a business. It might be putting yourself out there and sharing your journey. Anything like that. So that's my challenge to you, to put yourself out there. And I'm going to be sharing this journey of writing a book in a weekend at this hotel. I'll be documenting some of it, not all of it. Mostly in my Instagram stories, but I'll throw out a few posts in other places too. So make sure you keep tabs on my social media for this journey this weekend. So it's cool to see things really come together and manifest that way. And also, besides keeping tabs on this journey of book writing in a weekend, this challenge, also the masterclass that I'm doing at the end of the month in terms of writing a book. So yeah, that's all I have to share. I'm excited about it. And it's just so cool when you put yourself out there, when you have the courage to ask, things start lining up and coming together and doors open that you really wouldn't have expected before. And again, my challenge to you is, how can you put yourself out there? All right. Much love, everyone. Bye-bye.